geeks, freaks, and my peeps, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kels, and today, guys, we're going to be working on the last section of the Book of Bill that I want to talk about, and that is its plethora of Easter eggs and cultural references. And I'm really excited to dive into this aspect with you, so how about we just get started? You can't see it, but off screen I had to bookmark all the places because there's so many. So the very first section that I want to talk about is the book section, and that is where Bill Cipher goes through all the possible covers for the Book of Bill. One of them you can actually find on thisisnotawebsite.com. Guess which one it is? If you didn't guess the one with abs, you're incorrect. But this book specifically is a play on, obviously, R.L. Stein's Goosebumps. I can't remember exactly what book this one's specifically trying to reference. If anyone knows, please drop it down in the comments. I feel like specifically these two are a specific reference to something that I just can't place, that I don't know. So if anyone in the comments knows, please drop it down below and have a blast. So there's a ton of pages that have multiple references, and this is one of the first pages to do so. So obviously this first image in this book is obviously referencing the Ellen Show. I think this sums it up pretty much how the employees have said. I love this one so much. Oh my gosh, my camera just is not picking it up. I'm scared up and he's on the xylophone. If you know, you know.
All aboard the toxic gossip train, driving down the tracks of misinformation.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And then the last question, this is a questionnaire from his time on the show. And come on. This one asks, is it true, are you the biological father of Phineas and Ferb? And Bill did not like that. He said, this interview is over. So if you can see fuzz at the bottom of my screen, I tried to minimize that as much as possible. It just wasn't happening. This image is a specific reference to either Fantasia 2000 or 2001. And it is specifically the short Up on Bald Mountain. And, oh my gosh, what's the character's name? I cannot think of it. But he's mimicking the pose of the gargoyle in that, which is really funny. This next image is a reference to Jack Skellington, because you can see his face on the moth. Come on, camera. There we go. You can see Jack Skellington's face on the moth, and let's continue forward. This specific image is supposed to be a riff-off trading card games like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, but it seems more to be based on Pokemon from what I know. And this page references part of his very famous line,
remember, reality is an illusion, the universe is a hologram, buy gold, buy!
We see the rest, not the rest, but another chunk of it, which is the buy gold buy. This one is a certain reference to a certain very famous book series from She Who Must Not Be Named, where he who must not be named splits his soul into several parts to keep himself safe, including the child, which is very cool, very much wow. This little reference is a reference. Hold on. Come on. My camera just doesn't want to today. I'm sorry, guys. There's a reference to Disney's Chibiverse, which explains the art style, which is hilarious to me, you know. Also, sorry that I'm kind of breezing past everything. I'm not gonna explain it in too depth. I'm just gonna give it a light overview, because hopefully once I say what it is a reference to, most of you will get it. And then This one, we get Slenderman underneath the urban legends, which is, if you don't know, which is a hilarious, like, edit of Slenderman. And then we get Guillermo del Torso. Cannot say his name right. I cannot word. I don't know if you know it. This specific image is a riff on the very popular show Friends, specifically with its title. Oh yes, nothing could possibly go wrong. This specific page is actually a reference to another Gravity Falls character, which is Schmebulok. And we get like backstory on either him or his lineage, and and the pranks. Oh my gosh, the pranks. He cursed a gnome to be permanently unable to say anything other than his own name. Genius! Which is hilarious to me. Also, just appreciate this baby and his doneness with Belle. I love it. Also, this page, I almost went past this. This page is a reference to the very popular Aliens meme, which, like, is amazing and all it's worth. So, yeah. This page references Ratatouille in a hilarious way. A blinking worth the hat so no one could see me sitting on his head, pulling his hair, controlling his body to make him cook risotto. Remy would like a word. Like, how dare, honestly. Come on. This entire, like, section is a riff of Disney, and obviously Walt Disney specifically. All the way down from his cartoon art style, well, not specifically his, but, like, the popular art style of the 1920s and 30s, and, like, down to the story, you know. And then, relating to that, we get Cypher Symphonies, which was which is a riff on, I believe it's called Silly Symphonies from Disney once again in the 30s and 40s, which is just amazing, you know. This is a reference to Teddy Talks and TED Talks. So this specific reference is something that happened in real life. And Cypher, when he goes into his time with the 1970s, talks about how all his records and every single evidence of him was burned because he was deemed dangerous. I feel rightly so, but that did happen. And this is specifically a reference to the Satanic Panic in the 1970s, where everything was considered satanic and you were going to hell for, liking metal. And on the next page is Maniac Tosh, which is obviously a play on Macintosh, which I believe was developed by Steve Jobs. And then Lesbian Flag. Just Lesbian Flag. Now this entire section is very ominous and mirrors something that could have happened in the show proper, or at least was alluded to in Journal 3. And that is, in this section, it opens off with a horrifying morning, a blast of cold jolted me awake to find myself not lying in bed, but standing upright on the roof with icicles stuck to my face, shivering nearly blue from hypothermia, peering down on the ground far below. And it basically states that Bill was not happy with for taking over his own life again, and was gonna make it look like he committed suicide, which is a very scary allusion to Journal 3, where he states that he was gonna make Dipper appear to do the same, with him also jumping. Specifically with Dipper, he said he was gonna jump off the water tower and, make everyone think he went crazy. Which, I think that's a dark thing to, imply. It's one thing to, heavily imply, but it just outright states it, and it's my gosh, Disney would never allow this on TV. No. This specific image is a play on the joke inside the fandom of Bill being, Mr. Dorito. And that's hilarious. They include this joke twice, once in this book with Mabel eating him with Grok. And then we get it in this is not a website.com when you put in that code in particular. And then the last and final code that we're going to go over is the core from Amphibia. Don't come for me. I don't know much about Amphibia. I tried to give it an episode or two and it just didn't click with me. I had heard it's really good. Personally, I just couldn't connect to it. But yeah, that's the reference. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and were able to rely on the beautiful spectrum that we call life. I hope that you're happy and that you're healthy. Stay safe and remember, I love you. Bye.